Hey everyone, it's Brian from Brian Loves Randolph, and I am so excited because I'm standing in front of the tallest building in Randolph, New Jersey, because it has so many stories. Come on, let's go check it out. Hey folks, we already know we live in a great community, but did you know that we also have a great library here? So I'm trying to maintain my excitement and the tone of my own voice because we are here in the library with our director, none other than Miss Lore Reinhart. Lore, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
So 2 quick questions out of the gate. How long have you been here at the library, and what was your first association?
My first association was when I moved here to Randolph. My children were young and we had to come here, and they had assignments. So we were, doing that. And I also like to read. I've always liked to read. So I would get materials for myself and audiobooks for my husband. So a lot. And then about 20 years ago, I started here as a children's librarian.
Right. And so now how long have you been the director here?
About 3.5 years now.
Right, and the one before you was actually here for what, almost 37 years,
Yes,
is that correct?
yes, she was here a long time. She also started as a children's librarian.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, when I first came to this community 6 years ago with my wife, there had to be at least a half a dozen people who came up to us and said, the first thing you have to do when you come here is come to the Randolph Library. And I was amazed because, well, when I grew up, I kind of had a stigma with the library when I came in. It was a place of learning, but it was also a place where, a place of reverence, and if you were too loud, you'd get that stern look from the librarian or other people. But when we came here, it was so inviting and so warm, and people were having such a great time. So it's a credit to all of the great things that you're doing here.
Thank you.
So let's talk about those great things. What kind of programs and services do you offer the young kids these days?
Well, everything's a little different right now because of COVID. We're not able to do all the story times and all the other programs that we normally do. So we do a lot online. We have a Zoom story time every week. We have crafts. You can pick up a craft outside during certain times. And then we have a video that we put on our new YouTube channel.
YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
And you can watch how to make the craft, and children can do it at home. And we also still hiring some educators, like we have a science program coming up. We hire someone to do a presentation. And so we have a lot going on, not in the way that we normally would. Everything's different, but we're trying to, make the best of the situation.
Absolutely, and I can see that. The traffic coming in, actually, the last couple of days that I've come in, it's been actually really good. So what about services and programs that you're offering bigger kids, like, say, yours truly?
Well, we have a lot of online stuff. A lot of resources and some programs, and we also have ebooks, audiobooks, e-magazines, and those were available the whole time, even when we were closed to the public. Those kinds of things were still available. And
That's amazing.
Now everybody can come in, browse, pick out some items, check out, and take your items home.
That's fantastic. And I was actually going over the website. There's a really cool program that resonated with me. I've had 2 replaced hips, 2 titanium hips, and they actually have a program called Chair Yoga.
Yes,
What is that about?
yes, that is one of the programs on our YouTube channel, and you can sit in a chair and it's just yoga for everybody. It's easy, but it's still, you still stretch, and it's very good.
That's great. Read a book of poems and you do some chair yoga. That's amazing. So we're kicking into high season right now with the holidays. We've
Yes.
got Halloween coming. We've got Thanksgiving. We've got other holidays, including Christmas. So what kind of things are you offering in the way?
Well, for kids for Halloween, we are going to have an online costume contest on Facebook, as we're also having a Lego contest on Facebook right now.
Oh, that resonated with a lot
That
of
was
people.
actually, we had one of those over the summer. It's very popular, very
Absolutely.
popular. We had probably close to 200 children participate. So we have the costume contest, and we also have a Halloween craft. And we'll be having a Thanksgiving craft and I guess a winter craft.
So for being these unusual times right now here, it certainly sounds like you're offering a wide array of resources for everyone in this community.
Yes.
So speaking on those terms of the usual times that we're living in, what can Randolph residents expect when they come into the library in the way of enjoying themselves in a safe and healthy fashion?
Well, masks are required. We also encourage people to use hand sanitizer as they come in the door. We are keeping count to make sure that we don't go over, a certain number of people. I feel like, it's working well.
Fantastic. Well, I got a couple of questions, a
Okay.
rapid fire section here, okay? Hopefully you're ready, because I asked a couple of kids in the neighborhood what they might want to ask their local librarian or library director. So you ready, Lori? Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, first question. How many books are here in the Randolph Library?
We have about 120,000 items. That's, books, movies, music CDs, magazines, all sorts of stuff.
Amazing. 2, your favorite book?
Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web. I love it. All right. Dewey Decimal System. Like it? Hate it?
Like it.
Like it? Great. And the website here for the library?
randolphnj.org/library.
And my personal question, Lore Reinhart, how much do you love Randolph?
I love Randolph.
I couldn't agree more. Folks, you have to come out and check this out, this amazing place that we have here, that is the Randolph Library. It's right off of Sussex Turnpike on Calais. I want to thank Lori so much for her time here. Please check us out every Tuesday, because we're going to do an episode, 7:30, exploring all of the wonderful things to do in our great community. If you love Randolph half as much as Lore Reinhart and I do, then we must live in a great community. Stay safe, folks.